you guys, welcome back to my channel. What is up? How are things going? Today I decided to sit down and play with some makeup with not really a look in mind. I knew I wanted to use this gold shade and I am absolutely loving it. And it's matching my sweater, which I didn't really think was gonna happen, but it did. So basically, the product that is really the star of the show for this look is my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I've been just falling in love with it and using it so much lately. And you guys, seriously, there was no fallout with this look at all. So easy to blend. I kind of forgot how amazing these shadows were, and I think I'm just getting the hang of the shadows as well. So yes, if you guys want to see how I got this look and the rest of the products that I used and the techniques that I used, all that good stuff, then just keep watching. Alright everybody, so first things first, when we are doing an eyeshadow look that is a little bit more dramatic, it is so important to prime our eyelids. Whether you are using a concealer and setting it with a powder or using an actual eye primer, I am using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. So I'm going to be priming my lids with this, the entire lid, both sides, and then I will be setting it with a bone colored eyeshadow. So I will be going in with the Lorac Pro 3 palette and using the shade Canvas, and I will be using a big kind of fluffier brush to set this entire lid with that shadow. The brush that I am using is called the Morphe E45 brush. I also use this brush to contour my nose and also my cheekbones. It's a great versatile brush. The next step, as we are doing a more dramatic look, is to of course go in with a transition shade. So about 3 shadows in, I am going in with my Morphe R37 fluffy natural haired brush. We are going to be taking that transition shade and buffing it all in that crease and slightly above it as well on both eyes. Now moving in with a deeper, more terracotta, super orange. I'm pretty sure it's called Pukey. So this shade is such a great warm shade. We're just going to be taking this in that same brush, just slightly below the transition shade, making it just a little bit deeper. As we are going into a dramatic look, we are just going to continue to blend out that crease and build up that color. Next, I am going to be going in with my Morphe M433 brush, going up one more row and using this slightly more reddish toned shade. We are just going to be buffing that into that crease as well, just slightly. This shade didn't do as much for this look as I thought it would, so this step isn't exactly necessary if you don't want to do it. Alright, you guys, now we're going to go back in with that pukey shade and just buff that all into the crease. We're just going to continue to make sure that we are nice and blended. Now that we have buffed that out even more, we are going to start to go in with our deeper shades. So we are going to be taking this dark brown shade from the palette and using my Morphe M513 brush. This is a slightly more precise brush, so I can focus this on the outer corner of my eye. We are going to start with very, very little and just slowly build it up. This is going to ensure that we have a nicely blended crease. Now we are going to deepen up this outer corner a bit more. So we are going to take the Morphe E36 brush and use the black in this palette. We're just going to pick up a little bit and focus it on that outer corner. And so now I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light Sand and using just any sort of flat shader brush, and we are going to carve out this crease. This is going to make that gold shade that we put on pop even more. It's going to show the true pigment of that gold shimmer shade. So we're just going to work this on that eyelid as best as we can. Sometimes it's a little tough to work it out, but we're just going to kind of go a little bit of 2/3 of the way of the eye and just carving out that eye crease. Now we are going to be going in with that beautiful, beautiful gold shimmer shade. We are using my MAC 242 brush, I think. It's either the 242 or it's the 217. I'll double check. Okay, and correction, it is the MAC 242 flat shader brush. But we are going to spray that brush with Fix Plus, and we are just going to slowly work that gold shimmer shade over that concealer that we placed down. And we're just going to keep on packing it on with that brush. So now that we have gotten that gold shimmer shade all over the lid, we are going to go back in with that dark brown shade in the Morphe M513 brush and just blend those edges. Sometimes it can look very, very harsh, so we want it to look as blended as possible. So we're just going to blend those two together. So now that that is all blended, we are going to go in with the M Cosmetics Illustrative Brush Liner, Ink Liner, eyeliner, whatever you want to call it, and we are just going to draw a wing. So we start with the natural shape of our eye and draw a line straight upwards, and then just bring that all the way across and fill it in. Alright you guys, we are almost done with these eyes. We are going in with the Cocoa Lashes in the style Amore? Something like that. So I'm just using a Duo clear transparent glue. It is the one that comes in the green package, I believe, and it has a brush applicator. So that glue is absolutely great, especially for these super dramatic lashes. But I absolutely love it. It looks so great. Few more finishing touches. We are going in with the Marc Jacobs Highliner pencil in the shade Blacquer. It's just a black eyeliner that is going to just help kind of cover up that lash band. We're going to line the tight line, and later on we will also use it in the waterline. It is the best long wearing eyeliner that I have ever used. Alright you guys, so for the rest of the face, we are just going to speed through all of it. I will be sure to include the product names on the screen for you guys so that you know what I am using, and then I will go into detail when I finish up the rest of the eyes later as well. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of this look. I had so much fun creating it, and it's such a beautiful eye look. So thank you everybody for watching once again. Okay, you guys, so for this bottom lash line, we're just going to do something fairly simple, but slightly using the same shades as we did on the top. So we're just going to go in with that pukey shade from the palette. We are going to be using the E36 smudger brush as we did before. We're going to use that and just buff that all along the lash line. So once we are done with that, then we are going to go back in with that dark brown shade from that same palette and just focus that more so on the outer edges of that lash line. And so once that is done, then we are going to go back in with the Marc Jacobs Highliner in that black shade and just focus that in our waterline. And of course, we need to add some mascara to these lashes. I am using the Rimmel Lash Accelerator in Blackest Black. So that is such a great mascara. And then we are going to go in with this little, almost kind of, it's like a lip brush from Morphe, but we are going to take that highlight shade that is second in from the palette and focus that on our inner corners. You can use your pinky, you don't even need to really use a brush if you don't want to, but this just really makes a huge difference for this look. And then I'm just going in with a larger shader brush here and focusing that right below that brow bone, and oh my gosh, this just makes the look absolutely pop, you guys. Hey, alright you guys, this is the finished look. What do you think? I love it so much, and I was so nervous about these lashes. Like when I got them in the mail, I was kind of like, am I really gonna be able to pull those off? And holy cow, I am absolutely loving it. It is working so well with this eye look, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love you forever. And yeah, like this. If you guys want to see more, then more is definitely coming. So I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye.